Hello and welcome back to the Wolf Den. I'm your host, Wilson Wolf, and today we're going to be diving into Tower of Babel Survivors of Chaos. Now, as I was browsing through the demos page of Steam, trying to find something new to showcase for you, the viewers, I happened to come across this game and it looked like something that I'd be interested in playing or trying out. So, if you go to their Steam page and watch one of their videos, it kind of looks like a Diablo esque kind of game to where it's full loot on the ground. You can see everything. Hack and slash. It is a single player action RPG hack and slash. That's the categories or tags that it gives on the Steam page. But yeah, so we're gonna give this a good 30-minute overview and kind of play through it and see what we think. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. It helps me out, and it also allows you to be first to be informed on new games that I showcase. Hopefully, it gives you a good overview to where you can make an informed decision on whether or not you want to try out a demo for yourself or potentially even buy a game outright. Now, this game is not fully released yet, so the demo is available. So if you're interested in the demo, I will definitely leave a link in the description below. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this game and see what all it has to offer. All right, so we start off here. All right, looks like standard movement, WASD, E to talk. All right, you. Are you the gatekeeper of this tower? Spacebar to continue, okay. Greetings. I'm the translator here to guide wandering newcomers like you. You must be here to sate your greed, so you'll definitely need my help. No, I've come to reach the top of the tower to protect what must be protected. That's what they all say at first, but they never last long. Anyway, I'll be counting on you going forward. Okay. No equipment to identify, so I guess he's our identifier. Uh, let's kind of look around really quick. What is this throne looking thing? So it looks like an altar of blessing. So this is where we're gonna increase our stats. Looks like it's strength, dexterity, intelligence, and vitality. Um, I don't think we really want to do anything there. We don't have any gold anyways. All right, so there's that. We've got a dialogue option down here. Kind of looks like a store, so I'm assuming this is where we're going to buy stuff. Why would anyone trade weapons in a place like this? The new ones always run their mouths. Doesn't matter, you'll just end up as monster chow anyways. Well, looks like monsters aren't the only ones with a nasty bite around here. Chewy. Uh, if you've got any sense, you better gear up. Gear up. All right, so this is where we'll buy our gear if we were to buy it. I'm hoping that we get majority of our gear just from drops. So I'm not really trying to do this. I will probably come here to sell stuff maybe. This way we get gold to upgrade for our skills. I'm not going to talk to everybody, but this looks like it's the blacksmith. I'm assuming this is where we're going to upgrade our gear. Let's see what else is around here. There's a chest that kind of reminds me of Path of Exile, where there's a chest in there. I believe also in the earlier Diablo, and I think there might still be a chest, or I think you talked to somebody. I don't remember in the newer Diablos. All right, so not available demo. All right, so let's just see what we can do. I believe that's like the potion guy. There's that over there. I think we just get in this elevator. All right, floor 1. Let's see what we can do. Acquire item levels 11 through 15. Okay. Lobby. So we only have floor 1 to actually jump into. So let's just jump into that floor and see what we can do. All right, so auto attack is on. We just kind of aim our cursor. We don't have any skills, so I think we're just attacking right now. So we'll just try to see what happens. There is a bar at the bottom, so I'm assuming once I level up, I'll be able to pick a skill. Okay, so we get to pick a skill. Magic item chance, so we get to increase our drop rate of rare items. Looks like we've got piercing chance, increases the chance for projectiles to pierce enemies. And then we've got basic attack, enhances your basic attack. So I think I'm gonna go with this so we can kill faster. All right, so we are getting a little bit of a damage increase. I think we were doing 7s and now we're doing 8s and 9s. Reduce damage, we don't really have to do that. We haven't taken any damage yet. I'm sure this will come in handy later on. We're gonna focus on just kind of min-maxing our damage. Not really worried about item chance right now. Let's just do our damage. So I'm sure at some point, if this is anything like any other game, there's going to be a boss that pops up. Level up again. So let's see. Duration extends the duration of persistent skills. Pick up experience from a greater distance. This one's what I normally go with if I don't have anything better. And then speed. Speed would be nice. This way we can dodge. I think we're going to go speed. So speed and attack so far. Let's just see how we do. Grouping them together. Pick up our loot and our experience. Earth Spike, all right. Spikes rise from the ground, attacking enemies. Spinning blade, and we have a dagger. All right. Rapidly hurls a volley of daggers forward. Summons a large spinning blades that pierce through enemies. I don't like the way this sounds. Spikes rise from the ground, attacking enemies. So let's do that. And it looks like it just automatically procs. We don't even have to do anything with that either. So we're mainly just moving around, trying to make sure that we don't get hit, and just picking up any of our loot. All right, what else do we got? So area attack, attack a wider area. I don't know if this will go with our skill. It looked like it was just in a straight line. We did say we're going to kind of continue with our basic attack, so I'm probably going to go with this one. Then we have special attack, enhances your special attacks by 10% damage. We're going to go with basic. All right, I want to be able to do a ton of damage just from our basic attacks. We took our first bit of damage. I kind of ran into that one. I am noticing that there are newer mobs popping up now, and also I think the spawn rate has increased slightly. All right, leveled up again. Critical damage would be nice to go with our basic attack. All right, corpse explosion. Curse random enemies to explode upon death. This sounds like something that I would use if I was playing like a voodoo doctor. I think that was what it was on Diablo, and I would kind of do the not damage over time. What am I thinking? The affliction kind of build. So I think I'm gonna go with this and just see how that works. All right, so when they die, they explode. Okay, and I think those would stack. So if I get these 3 to go off, they would do more damage to everything around it. So I think that was a pretty good pick for that one. So lightning wave, waves of lightning radiate from you, striking nearby enemies. That sounds pretty good. Life regeneration would be nice. This way, if we do take some damage, we'll hopefully, if we can dodge long enough, we get our health back. And extends the duration of persistent skills. We're gonna go with the health or life regeneration. All right, we took a little bit more damage. I haven't seen anything of the sorts of like health that drops. So I'm thinking that we'll have to rely, as of right now, until I see anything different, we'll have to rely on our regeneration to get our health back. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Basic attack again, I think we're going to go with that. We've seen the mana regeneration. We're not really... I don't know, I haven't been keeping track. I guess our skill might be using mana, but I haven't seen our mana drop, so I'll have to keep an eye on that to see if it is actually taking some of our mana using those skills. And we don't... I'm not really worried about special attack. Still going with basic attack. Alright, it didn't take any mana, so I'm assuming I don't have to worry about mana for this build that we're working on. Right. As they're grouping up, we're getting more and more of those cursed enemies to where when they die, they just kind of explode everything around them. It would be nice to get another upgrade on that. This way, it happens more often, and we're able to curse more and more enemies. All right, so we've got three options. There is no reroll option, I don't think, which would be nice to have. This way, if I'm trying to look for specific items or specific skills. So what are we going to use on this one? So we've got Spinning Blade. We already saw this one on our previous rolls. We've got Summon Large Spinning Blades that pierce through enemies. Waves of lightning radiate from you, striking nearby enemies. And following meteors, unleash area damage and ignite the surroundings. All right, this sounds pretty cool. All right, because it leaves a damage over time area that we could kind of get some use out of. Because we're just kind of, we haven't really moved around the map very much. We're kind of sitting in the same area. So I'm thinking this might be the play. Oh yeah, that looks good. And it works really good with our curse going on. Because if it hits those enemies that are procced, there's a looks like a boss monster. If it hits these enemies that are procced, if they die, they explode as well, doing even more damage. All right, we'll come down here, kind of pick up this armor. All right, what else we got? All right, Earth Spike. We can increase our damage for it, critical hit chance, and also our attack radius. So we're gonna make bigger area spikes. So I guess that one passive skill would have worked on this one. We could have made it bigger Earth Spikes. Let's see. I wonder if we get two, if it's gonna actually split that and like shoot out two different Earth Spikes in two different directions. That would be a cool little thing. Maybe once we level this all the way up, it'll go off in all directions around us. All right, Ice Orb. Summon Ice Orbs that spin and emit Ice Spikes. Okay. Beams of Judgment fall, shattering into multiple light shards. Then we're gonna go with our upgrade. We're trying to do some damage on this. I'm assuming this is a boss monster. I didn't get in there to get our armor. So I'm going to try to sneak by and kind of pick it up if I can. All right, got it. Took a little bit of damage, but we're regenerating our health back, so I'm not really worried that much. So let's see. Magic Hammer hurls magic hammers in all directions, piercing through enemies. Okay. Curse, increase the number of... Oh. Increase the number of enemies spawn. All right, so this looks like it could be a negative on us, but the more enemies that spawn, the faster we level up, and the more benefit we get out of our exploding corpses. So I think I might actually go with this one, but let's see. Okay, reduces damage taken. We have been doing pretty good about dodging. Let's go with Curse. Let's increase the amount that are being spawned. All right, we got a weapon up here and a ring. We're definitely going to pick that up. I don't know if I have to equip them or if they're automatically equipping. So that would be kind of nice to know. Corpse Explosion, I think we're going to go with this one. Curses random enemies to explode upon death. We've got that. So 10% damage increase and cast speed. So we'll actually cast this more often. That sounds like a winner to me. We could also go with our Meteor Strike and increase our damage and radius. But I think having this proc more often would be better. Okay, so still going, dodging everything that we can. They are kind of surrounding us a little bit more, which might be concerning. But as long as we can get our exploding corpses to proc, I think we'll be okay. All right, see, there's a big circle now. If we can get an out here somewhere. All right, there it is. There was our out. All right, area attack. Attack a wider area. So this might help our actual, like, basic attack. We might need the movement speed to actually get out of situations like we're in currently. And then spikes rise from the ground, so we could increase this again. 10% damage and in cast speed, so we do it more often. I think we're gonna go with the attack area. Try to get out of here. All right, we took a little bit of damage, but we got out. All right, try to pick this up really quick. All right, they're grouping up really well. We've got a little bit faster enemies popping up now. And if we can get those to proc, they should all die from our corpses. We've got another boss monster popping up. All right, took a little bit of damage there, a little bit of damage there, and we're about half health. All right, but we got out of that wave, so now we just got to group them all together and hopefully get them all to explode and do a lot of damage to this boss for us. All right, got out of that area. I'm kind of getting used to where you have to stand to get around things, so that's nice knowing that there is a hit zone. I think we're gonna go with Meteor Strike. We've already leveled this one up once. Let's level this one up. Keep leveling up what we already have. Nice. All right, doing a little bit of damage to that boss monster that's here. All right, we got new mobs popping up. I'm curious to what they're gonna do. I don't know. They're not moving very fast, so this might be. So that's an interesting mechanic to drop on a mob to make it to where they don't follow you, because it makes it harder on the player to actually group them all together. So that's props to the developer for that one. That will definitely make it harder for us. All right, so curse random enemies. We've got this. We could level this one up again. We could increase our pickup range because it's getting harder actually to maneuver in and out to pick up that experience that's laying on the ground. I think we're going to continue with our corpse explosion. I want to see what's going to happen as we progress and keep leveling up things. See, maybe there's an ascended form of these skills. That would be interesting to see, to where we can actually upgrade them even further, or they evolve into something different. All right, so life regeneration. I think we might have to go to this rather than increasing our attack area. This way we can survive longer. All right, we've almost killed this other boss. All right, it's down. Let's pick up our stuff. You see that combo that just happened? It was like one would die, then another one die, and this whole group ended up dying from all those corpse explosions. All right, so it's working out. I'm seeing some benefits from this. I wish I knew if we were equipping our items or not. That would be really helpful to know if maybe we needed to actually go into an inventory. It didn't really tell us very much about the mechanics of the game before we jumped in. Uh, but I feel like we've kind of gotten a pretty good grasp on how to play these types of games based on previous games that we've played like this. All right, what do we got? Basic attack. I'm not even going to look at the other two. We want to increase our basic attack. All right, this way, if we need to direct a certain direction to maybe get a opening to where we can get escape, we can kind of just focus in a certain direction. All right, they are grouping up pretty good. All right, we'll come over here, grab this experience, see if we can get another level up going. We have survived this round for about 7 minutes. So that's pretty impressive for starting off with nothing. No upgrades or anything. All right, so we're seeing some benefits for our corpse explosion, definitely. All right, leveled up again. Magic hammer. This goes from 0 to 4. I didn't notice that they have a chance to go up by more than just one. That's pretty interesting. We might grab this. This would be an interesting thing to add. We could go ahead and upgrade this to 4. I don't know what these marks mean. They're not on any of the other ones, so I'm gonna grab this one just to see what happens. Oh, we've got a caster now. We got a couple casters. So that's gonna throw another layer into this round on us trying to survive. So we got to not only dodge the mobs now, but also projectiles. So that's about 7.5 minutes in. All right, leveled up again. Uh, it would be interesting if we went through and we just grabbed a bunch of just random skills. But I want to see what happens as we progress and level up. I guess these just means how many times I level up. So if it's just one up, there's nothing. If it goes up by 2, there's 2, and then if there's 4, it goes up by 4. We're gonna do the Earth Spike. Let's get that to level 5. It would be cool if we had the ability to pass through our Earth spike, and maybe it gave us a wall as well, to where our enemies couldn't pass through it. Kind of giving us another way of kind of dodging or evading damage. Oh, we got some big guys coming out now. All right, so this could get really interesting really fast, seeing if we can actually survive this. I'm curious to whether or not we're not supposed to survive a certain amount. Like if the devs wanted us to only survive a little bit, this way we get the full benefit of upgrading our gear and buying stuff. So this might become impossible here in a second. We'll just see. I actually had to move further away. It's getting really hard to maneuver. The pathways are kind of closing up on me. All right, so let's just kind of head back down. Let's see if we can get our drops from our mobs that died over here. But yeah, it definitely feels like a Diablo kind of game. Uh, Especially the graphics. If you're thinking back to one of the older Diablos, took a little bit of damage there. I'm not seeing our drops, so I wonder if you go far away off the screen, your drops disappear, or if I just didn't go directly where we left from. So let's just keep going around. I'll head back up now. There is a huge mob over here. We got a huge mob over here. Okay, I stopped for a second. All right, our first down. All right, so overall we got to level 20. We survived about 10 minutes, 9.5. Total damage dealt, we deal roughly around 50,000 damage. We've killed over 1,000 mobs, so that's not bad for just our first run. This was our skill setup. All right, and I'm not going to dive too much into our stats because I'm sure that's all going to change. And stolen items can be bought from the merchant. So it looks like there was a thief that popped up and stole from us. All right, so do we have an inventory? How do I equip things? All right, B is your inventory. I believe this one was to identify things. All equipment was identified. Cool. Let's see what we got. Radiant Fury. All right, we've got some resistance up the top. Critical hit chance. Skill, cast speed, chance to recover 1% life on critical hit. So that'd be cool. That could be a mechanic that we dive around where we get a lot of critical hit chance. So yeah, even this part looks very Diablo-esque. So let's go ahead and equip this. We've got one ring on. Do we have another ring slot? We do. We don't have any other rings, so I'm just going to equip it anyways. We've got this necklace and we've got this necklace. I'm going to go with this one because it has the +1 skill seal. I'm not sure exactly what that means. We got some dexterity from a helmet. We've got some pants. Okay. And we've got one weapon. Can we equip two? No, we cannot. We've already got a necklace. So, yeah. All right, let's go to the store and see what all was stolen from us. So, coming down here. Let's talk to her again. All right, so maybe she's in cahoots with the mobs. This way she gets gear that she sells back to us. That would be a funny little bit of information based on how she was talking to us anyways. We are going to just sell all this gear that's up here. We don't really need it. We don't have very much gold. I did see, I believe I picked up a rare sword, but I don't see it. Maybe it's in the lost. All right, so here's our lost items. I think we're gonna buy this. I could save the gold and come over here and upgrade a stat. Let's check out the stats first. I don't want to waste all our money and then not have anything for uh the stuff over here. All right, each one of these costs 200 anyways. 1%, is it really going to make that much difference starting out? Probably not. So I'd probably be better off to get the item. Let's go get the item and not worry about this. Once we get more and more gold, this is where I would probably spend most of my money afterwards. But for right now, let's just take our damage from our equipment and let's sell this. Okay. And I think we're ready to jump back into another round. Not available demo, so we can't upgrade anyways. So let's do one more round, and then I'll kind of give my final thoughts on the game, and we'll just see how far we can get on this round. All right, still floor one. We didn't make it all the way to the next floor. I don't know for the demo if there's multiple floors or if this is the only floor available. All right, let's jump back in, and we're gonna change our build a little bit. We may not focus on attack damage this time. Maybe we'll focus on a different skill, trying to get a broad view of what's available. All right, but we'll just see what comes up in our first level up. All right, so we do have basic attack. This is only good if you're right next to mobs, so we might go special attack, and this might be our skills. Increases the chance for projectiles to pierce enemies. We're gonna go with special attack, and hopefully that means that it upgrades our skill damage. All right, we're looking to level up one more time, try to get our first special skill. Critical damage, crit hit damage. So we're looking for, we'll probably just upgrade our special attack. Try to level up again. All right, what do we got for our skills? Anything yet? No, this one's a level 3. I think I'm going to take the higher ones because we're getting more for each level. This one goes from 0 to 3, so I think it's best for us to take this one over these two. All right, and that also helps us mitigate some of the damage anyways to make it more available for us to survive the waves. All right, try to get in here, level up again. All right, our first skill is this. This one is a 2, so I think I'm going to take this one over the other ones, but let's just see what's offered. So summons ice orbs that spin and emits ice spikes. Engulf enemies in front with fiery breath of a dragon. Beams of judgment fall, shattering into multiple light shards. We're going to go with the ice shard. Okay, that's not bad. It also gives them a slow, so that might help us kind of dodge some things or kind of use that to our benefit. Right. All right. None of these are upgraded multiple, so we're looking for something different. So damage increases all damage dealt. That's nice. Okay, then we might take this one. Uh, attack enemies from a greater distance. Okay. Increases the attack speed of both basic and special attacks. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with damage because it's overall for every thing that we do damage with. I don't know how we got 3 there. Do we normally get 3? Huh. I don't remember if there was 3 to start off with. So I wonder if there was an increase based on our damage that we're able to do. All right, level up again. Let's see what we get. Adds additional projectiles for attacks. This would be nice for our ice. It is 0 to 2. I think we're going to go with this one. Oh, yeah. So that definitely lasted a little bit longer than when we first had it. All right, level up again. Let's see what we get. There's nothing that's leveled up multiple times, so we kind of get to pick and choose. We could go life regeneration again to kind of help us survivability wise. I think we're going to go lightning wave so we can see what that looks like. I wonder if eventually we can just sit still and just reap the benefits of just everything coming close to us. Definitely reminds me of other uh, bullet hell games that I've played before. Uh, this is obviously not one of like that same genre of game because we're actually hacking and slashing away, but it does feel like if you ever played Vampire Survivors, kind of in that genre as well too. We've got this one. Let's see what this looks like. We're just gonna grab a little bit of everything. And I wonder if we get like a combination of certain things, if it would kind of, like I said before, evolve. That would be interesting. All right, we could go this one, just kind of add an extra layer into this. Uh, right now, we don't have to move around. I think we're pretty good. I think we might have to move for this first boss. Now, the first boss on this one is different than our first run through. So that's interesting, and it's a ranged boss. Okay, so every every run through is going to be different based on what we just saw from this. So that's a good thing to notice about the game and to highlight. So your play replayability is high if every round is different. This one's a level 3, so 0 to 3. I think we're going to take this one. We've already had this one before. I really like this corpse explosion though, but we're going to go with our most benefited skill. So that gives us 3 levels on that one. All right, we've almost got the boss down. We can pick up our items. This one's 1 to 2 damage, or 1 to 3. Increase all damage dealt. We'll definitely take that one. Now, last time I did that, I thought I gained an extra orb. Maybe it was already 3, and I just didn't notice. I'll have to play back the video later and just see. But we're doing pretty good. Even if I was to sit still, I think we would do all right. Can I pull up my inventory in here? No, I cannot. Okay, so you have to equip everything outside of the game in our waiting area. But right now, as long as there's not any projectile mobs, I think we're good to just sit still. All right, there is a boss mob there, so I have to move a little bit. We can level up. This gets 2, and that's kind of what we were going for anyway. So special attack, we're going to increase that by 2 levels. Casting speed and experience gained. This one would be good if we're trying to level up as much as possible in a round, but let's just kind of go with our most benefited skill. So this gives us 2 levels on this one. I'm seeing a lot of 26s on crits, so 27 on that one, so that's pretty good. We pretty well destroyed that boss in a lot less time than it took us the first run through. We'll notice that the wave is getting a lot bigger, but I think we should be fine just to sit still as well. We'll see in just a second. I think we're doing a pretty good job about clearing waves. All right, now I can go pick up our experience, hopefully level up again, and kind of increase even further. All right, area attack a wider area. So this is 0 to 2. We're going to take this one. We could level up our ice orb, but it's only by 1 level, and we could do projectile count. It's also only by 1 level, so we're going to go with the one that gives us the most and see what happens. We got another huge wave coming in. I did take some damage. I think there's a mage. Okay, there is a projectile mage. We could die here. We're gonna have to move out away from the boss for a minute. I don't have any health regen, so maybe we should have picked that up. What do we got for options? I think we're gonna go with. Well, we don't have this one, so we might as well just grab everything. Let's see if we can take down this boss so we can kind of chill again. That would dodge its projectiles for a little bit. All right, leveled up again. Looking for any health regeneration. All right, none of these have multiple levels of uh, gains, so I think we're going to go with our special attack. Try to get as much damage out of our abilities as possible. All right, there's our... Oh, nice. So it had a magnet. I didn't realize that was a mechanic in this game. So I guess if you pick up the magnet, it picks up all of your experience gained that was just left on the floor. So if you're all the way on across the map, hopefully it pulls it all the way across there as well. All right, so even though this one's 2, we do need life regeneration. This way we can survive in further. We'll notice our health is almost gone. We need some type of health back. being there's no health that drops on the ground. So now we can kind of hopefully get our health back to where we can survive even longer. Our first round was about 10 minutes, so I'm hoping that we can surpass that, but we'll just see. All right, so far we're doing pretty good. We just got to keep an eye out for those projectiles that come from the mobs. It is really hard to see with all of our skills going off constantly, but hopefully we can keep an eye out and not get blindsided by another mage. Let's see, what else can we do? I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up this experience. That should get us another level. We've got gear down here that I can pick up. There's our level. Let's see. This is 0 to 2 critical hit chance. I think that's good to pick up. More criticals, the better. All right, a little bit of faster mobs I'm seeing. So I think we're okay as long as there's no mages. So I'm just going to chill here for a second. Let all our experience kind of build up around us. So my impression so far, definitely a time killer game. I could see myself spending a decent amount of time playing this game. Something I've noticed about the skills, if you go through and you're just trying to pick out a specific build, wow, he's fast. All right, so he has a little bit of speed boost. We'll have to kind of keep that in mind when we get close to him so he doesn't outrun us. But anyways, if you're trying for a specific build, it's harder because you get benefits of picking the ones that level up multiple times. We've got our projectile mages now, so we can't sit still anymore. So I don't know. If there's not any that level up multiple times, then you can kind of go with whatever build you're looking for. But if there are ones that level up multiple times, I think it's more beneficial to take that whatever it is, regardless, because you're getting more level ups on that specific skill or passive skill. I think we're going to do a projectile count. That's going to help us increase our damage output. All right, but it makes it a little bit harder to see while we're trying to dodge all of these mage attacks and try to keep him in our vision. This way we don't lose track of him and he doesn't blindside us. All right, try to get a little closer to him. This way we can kind of knock him out. All right, he's down. We'll pick up our gear. Hopefully we take out these mages. All right, took a little bit of a hit there. All right, next level up. There's nothing that levels up multiple times. We've got each one of these. So I think I'm going to go with the projectile count. So this would be good. We can do even more. We've got 4 now. Okay, so that was cool. All right, so that must have been what happened before. It probably was 2 orbs, and then I leveled it up, and then it went up to 3. And I believe I saw 5 for a second. I must have just been seeing things, but I could have swore I saw 5 orbs. Okay. So 4 orbs currently. So we're doing a decent amount of damage around us. We're gonna notice in just a little over a minute, it's gonna get really, really hard to move around. All right, there's no AOE there's no mages currently. There is a fast guy who just blew up on us. Did not know he was gonna blow up. So yeah, definitely replayability because I mean, even the bosses that pop up, I'm noticing that each one's different. They got their own mechanics. Especially that last one that surprised me. I didn't know it was going to blow up in my face, but whatever. So we got a chance to level up twice. We're going to take the lightning field or wave or whatever it was called. It is getting a little bit wider and it's happening more often, so that's nice. It would be cool if it gives a little bit of a stun. This would kind of keep things at bay. We've got mages on the field again. So I can't really sit still. I have to dodge these projectiles. Okay. Let's get out of here. If I can. I got like one more hit and I'm down. Alright, let's circle around this way. See if we can pick up some of our experience. Hopefully level up again. Try not to die from these projectiles while we're getting over here. We really need our health regen to kind of happen a little bit. All right, looks like one more hit and I'm down. We're about past our first run, so that's good to know. Oh, one more hit and I'm down. All right, let's come out this way. Once the mages disappear on the field, it gets a little bit easier. Like I said, that extra layer of not only dodging mobs, but also dodging projectiles makes it a lot harder on a player just trying to group everything together and destroy everything. All right, so we made it up to our experience. Hopefully we can level up really quick. We can pick up all our gear that was dropped. All right, leveled up. We made it past our first run level. We're actually 21 now. We went with this one. I think this would really mess us up on the first round. Uh, we don't really need basic attack. Ice Orb, I think we're going to go with this one. Cast speed is nice on that, so we can get it more often. We've got another boss off to the right. I don't see any mages on the field currently, so that's good. We can get our health back. Pick up all our experience. Here's a new mob. We got two bosses this time. Or maybe it went from one side to the other. We'll see in a second. Can't tell. So until they're both on the same screen, I can't fully tell. I know these blow up on me. All right, so I need to stay away from these two. Even after they die, they blow up. I wonder if they do damage to their surrounding enemies as well. All right, so it looks like if you get far enough away from the boss, it'll actually spawn on the opposite side of the screen. So you'll see it was up here, and now it should be down here somewhere. Well, I was thinking it was. I'll come back up and see if I can spot him again. Oh, I took a little bit of damage on that one. All right, don't see the boss monster anymore. I don't think we killed it. All right, there's another level up. Nothing levels up multiple times. We could go piercing chance, but I think we're gonna go special attack. Crit chance, so that would be good. Pierce chance. I think this one would be the most beneficial because it affects all of our special attacks. Overall, I think we're doing pretty good. I think I would be able to, with the current mobs that are spawning, I think I'd be okay just sitting still. We'll see for just a second, see if there's no projectile mobs that pop up. But I think we should be able to clear this out without having to move. We just got to keep an eye out in case there are ranged mobs that pop up on the screen. Because if they hit me blindsidedly, I would definitely die from that. Here's a new mob. I haven't seen a slime boss. So who knows what this one's going to do. Let's try to pick up our experience. All right, gold drop rate. That's a new one we haven't seen before. Duration extends the duration of persistent skills. This is what we need, but I said that we're going to go with the ones that level up more than once over the just level ones. So we're going to go with this one. Maybe that extends our orbs. That would be cool. I'm not seeing any ranged mobs. And he kind of does his own thing. Like he'll stop and then move around, stop and then move around. So I'm not really concerned about this slime boss. It would be interesting to know if we progress far enough, if there's an even bigger boss mob that pops up. All right, picked up our gear. Let's head south. These were boss mobs, and now they are just regular mobs. So, I don't know. All right, so we got two level 2s that are happening. Let's go from 3 to 5, so I think I'll probably take this one. It also increases our projectile count. So let's do that. All right, looking for a way out. There's a little bit of gaps that we can kind of take advantage of. All right, here's a gap, and we get close enough to those axe-wielding mobs, they actually charge us. So we don't want to get too close. And now there's mobs that blow up on us, and there's also a ranged mob. So it's not looking very good for us at the moment. We can find the out outside of this group of mobs. We could actually do better. It is kind of hard to see everything that's happening. You'll notice I'm taking a lot more damage now because I'm not able to track everything that's happening on my screen because I have this electric field that goes around, and then the ranged mob throws out an electric projectile. So it's very, very hard to see those range projections. All right. All right, so we did a lot better on that round. Definitely a fun game. Definitely recommend trying it out if this was something that interested you. Definitely if you ever played like Diablo, or if you ever tried Vampire Survivors. Yeah, other than that, I look forward to showing you more videos, and I'll end it here. So until next time, see ya.
Game every night, we all lose or we'll fight. Brothers in hand, keep the levels in sight. I bet you to the stream, level up the scene. On the grind, never stop, living out the dream. Press the button fast, come to each press. Friends on my side, putting skills to the test. A virtual reality with every new theme. Join the community, part of the team.